What's going on YouTube? I am the last single and today I have a special video for you guys today. As you can see, this is not Green Hell but a new Survivor game made by the developers at Obsidian Entertainment. So I thank you guys over there. This game is amazing. I bring you Grounded. And if you've ever seen Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and you've enjoyed that TV show, then you're definitely in for a treat because that's pretty much what's happening here. That's the house. These are all grass and you're this little guy. This little guy right here. It's really freaking cool. But let's go ahead. For all my new beginner players, what I wanted to do is jump in here, make a really quick armor guide for you guys. That way you guys can kind of see what Grounded has to offer for you guys. So let's go ahead and jump right in. All right, guys, jumping into armor number one, we have the Clover armor right here. This is what it looks like when you have the entire set. Now this armor does give you a bit of defense, I mean nothing to kill a spider with, but in early games this armor can be pretty useful, allowing you to be fuller longer, which means it takes a longer time for your hunger bar to deplete. Early game you're not going to be wanting to look for food non-stop, so this will definitely give you an advantage early game, but remember, do not depend on it. Now once you do get the full set, you also get another set bonus on top of the actual piece bonus. So the piece bonus being fuller, not letting your hunger deplete fast, but the set bonus being moist, not letting your water to deplete super fast, which is really good during the beginning of the game. Now for this armor you're going to need 13 clover leaves, 6 woven fibers, and 2 sprigs, and this will give you the entire full set. So it's not a bad starting armor. Definitely with those set bonuses and that piece bonus, you're definitely going to be using this if you don't want to be looking for hunger all day. Alright guys, so coming in at armor number 2, we have the Acorn armor. This armor can really be useful once you have already established a base and you're ready to go out and kill a couple of bigger creatures that you haven't killed just yet. Now the perks to having this is of course it's going to be the increase in defense over the Clover armor, of course, that we just looked at, but it also gives you a boost in max health, which can definitely be the difference between life and death in some situations. Now max health is going to be that piece bonus, but also once you have this entire set, you're going to have a set bonus which is going to be uncrackable. Pretty much we don't have a full positive, they haven't really released anything on what uncrackable is, but what we can determine on once we look at this armor is that uncrackable is going to take less stamina once you're actually blocking. So that's going to be amazing. If you guys don't know how the blocking function works in Grounded, I can definitely do a video on that. Let me know down in the comments if you guys want to see that. But finally, the materials that you're going to need to create this armor, you're going to have 6 acorns, 11 woven fibers, 6 clover leaves, 5 mite fuzz, and then 4 sap, and then you'll be looking snazzy like this guy. Now guys, this armor, this is kind of the armor that I usually walk around with early game. I do like this armor a lot. I wouldn't say it's the best armor in the game, but definitely give it a try. You will be surprised at what it can do at such a low level. Alright guys, so moving on to armor set number 3, we have the ant armor. So the ant armor, now this armor may be my favorite piece of armor in the game. I'm not for sure yet. It's leaning on 2 different type of armor pieces, but this one is definitely a good armor set to have. Now the defense from the acorn armor to this armor isn't a truly big defense, but the special perks that it gives you is what makes this armor so worth it. Without the armor, you're able to carry up to 5 items at once in your hand. But once you equip this armor, the number goes from 5 to 10 items. Now, in some cases, I've only been able to carry 8 items, but in the section below where you can see how many items you're able to carry, it does give me the option to carry 10. Now, I don't know if this is a bug that they just have to work out, but 8 items seems to be the max right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and go with 8. But now that would be the piece bonus of the hauling strength. So just get a piece of the armor, you'll get increased hauling strength. But now, if you have the full set, this is what makes the armor even 10 times better. You get the set bonus of human ant or hum ant, or I don't know. You become a human ant pretty much. So the ants become dormant. I wouldn't say dormant, but they don't attack you if you walk up to them. That includes worker ants or soldier ants. So if you put this ant armor on and run into an ant hill and do not hit any of the ants will never attack you. Now the materials needed for this type of armor is going to be 14 ant parts, 11 mite fuzz, 2 woven fibers, 2 acid glands, and 1 ant head to create this beautiful armor that we see right here in front of us. So guys, this armor is the best armor to have when building a base. Now you're going to be running back and forth grabbing leaves or whatnot. I'm sorry, not leaves, but grass, and then the weed stems. Now, carrying 5 can get the job done, but just carrying that much more, and if you have extra players online with you wearing the same armor, you guys will be done in no time. So this armor definitely stands out in my eyes. Alright guys, so armor number 4, we have the grub armor. Now, don't be surprised by this defense, it's just a bit more than the clover armor. To me, this armor really isn't worth it, as it does give you a boost in stamina, allowing you to run, jump, attack, and chop for a bit longer. The starting stamina you have is pretty sufficient enough and regens pretty quickly. Now remember, this game is still in pre-release, so they have a lot more balancing and reworks to do with the armor, so we could see this change in the near future, but we're not for sure. So the piece bonus is going to be giving you max stamina, and then the set bonus is going to be plumped and juicy. I haven't seen any details out there giving me any information on what plump and juicy was, so I've done a couple testing, still couldn't figure that out. So I will be updating this video sometime in the near future, giving you guys a little bit more information on what plump and juicy is all about. But the materials needed for the grub armor is going to be 12 grub hide, 8 dry grass chunks, 2 grub goop, 2 mite fuzz, and 1 raw weevil meat, and you have the grub armor. Now, I wouldn't say this is the best armor in the game. I per se myself didn't really use it, kind of skipped over it, but if you guys want to increase your stamina and be able to run, jump, attack, and chop for a bit longer, this is definitely the armor for you guys. Alright guys, so moving on to armor number 5, the ladybug armor. Now the ladybug armor is going to be the best armor for defense in the game at the moment. The armor also gives you a better blocking strength, and in this game you're definitely going to need to know how to block. This can be life or death. I'm serious guys. Knowing how to block is really big in this game, and once you do have that blocking down, then you're ready to fight some of the bigger enemies like the orb weaver or the wolf spider, some of the stronger enemies in the game at the moment. Now, as I just mentioned, the piece bonus is going to be the blocking strength to allow you to block a lot more heavier hits, because the ladybug definitely is a heavy hitting animal. Now finally, if you have the complete set, you're going to get Scarlet Embrace. What Scarlet Embrace is, it's pretty much going to allow you to regen your HP over time. So if you get into a pretty bad, you miss a couple blocks here and there, it's going to make sure to refill that up for you so you don't take the full blunt of the load. But now the materials you're going to need for this is going to be 11 ladybug parts, 11 berry leather, 6 flower petals, and 1 ladybug head. Now this might be one of the hardest, I wouldn't say the hardest armors to get, but the ladybug can hit very hard. So if you're not perfect and you're not ready, or you're not with a group, you have to have a strategy going in to fight this ladybug. But once you do get it, it will all be worth it. Armor number 6, we have the Rotten Bee armor. The bee armor has yet to be fully integrated into the survival mode, but you still have the ability to find it throughout the survival world. What makes this armor so special, it gives you the ability to sprint for a further distance. Now this does not give you an increase in stamina, but it allows you to use your stamina more efficiently while sprinting. The defense of this armor is not the best. It can be compared to the acorn armor at best. For certain enemies though, the defense gives you enough time to escape with that extended sprint time. Now the piece bonus would be that sprint defense, but since this is the Rotten Bee armor and not just the bee armor that has yet to be fully integrated into the game, we do not have a set bonus at all, which doesn't make this the best armor to use at the moment, but definitely if you do find it, it's something pretty cool to wear around. Finally, armor number 7, last but not least, probably not least at all, probably the most. We have the spider armor. Now this is my favorite armor in the game once you're able to get it. For the spider armor, it can definitely be challenging to acquire, but I know you guys can definitely do it. So this armor has a moderate defense, not at the top, but definitely makes up for it for multiple reasons. The first reason being the hyper stamina, meaning you regain stamina bar at a very rapid speed while fighting. This is definitely useful when fighting bigger monsters, or say you stun somebody and that stamina's already rebuilt for you, you're able to just swing on them, which is amazing. But something that you really want to keep in mind when you're actually wearing this armor is you also want to make sure you have mastered blocking and have full stamina control. Controlling your stamina while wearing this armor is going to be the most efficient thing that you can do, since that regain is going to happen so quickly. It's almost like you never run out of stamina. But at this point, you guys should be masters. To get this, you've killed everything. You've mastered it. All you need for this is gonna be 12 spider chunks, 8 spider silk, 7 berry leather, and 2 spider fangs. I know you guys can do it. Now once you do have this full set, you get the set bonus, of course, which is Hunter's Prowess, meaning it's going to be easier for you to block and attack wearing this armor. So that's why I believe personally the spider armor is going to be the best armor in Grounded at the moment. This armor pretty much does everything. It gives you a moderate defense, you gain stamina really quick, and then with that set bonus, Hunter's Prowess, you're going to be attacking and blocking. Guys, we have it made in just this armor set. But that's going to complete our full armor guide. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. I upload every Monday and Friday. And until then, I'm The Last Tengu, and I'll see you guys later.